Yo! Right, hello everyone. It is time for some Kubera. Now, if you saw my tweet, what will be last week, as of this going up, about an hour ago, I think, from me recording this, I'm having some internet issues. So we'll see how long we go for. If it's a pain in the ass and it takes a while for episodes to load, then we might not do too many, but it really depends. The Kubera ones tend to load a bit quicker, just in general. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get through at least 4. But anyway, let us jump into it, shall we? Also, if you're new, hit the sub button. It'd be really cool because we're really close to 500. So that'd be really cool. If you haven't already done that, do click that button. It'd be really appreciated. Anyway, 2 people kept appearing in turns in my dream. They repeated for ages. It may have been a dream, but nothing went according to my will. There was nothing special about it. It was just a repetition of the things that I actually experienced. Oh? Listen well, kid. I've come to kill you. But after checking out your potential, I've decided to let you live. However, the road you take will make you regret that you didn't die today. So, I will let you choose your path. Will you choose to live a desperate life full of regret? Or will you take the easy way out and choose to die here? In my opinion, I don't think it's such a bad decision for you to die here. Compared to when I first asked you the question, you have even more reasons to live now. But if you decide to live based on those couple of reasons, for sure, you will regret that decision later. Haven't I told you already? There is no next time.
Huh? What? Really? Then this is it?
May not be the last. However, you'd better forget about me. Trust those who are by your side from here on out. Trust them, hold on to them. Keep them by your side. The more, the better. That way you will.
Even if I don't want to? Should I keep them by my side even if I don't want to? Should I just trust anyone?
No. Never mind. Just do as you please. Actions without your own will may bring an even worse outcome.
Can I hold you to that, mister? You said I should trust and hold on to as many people as I can. I want to hold on to you. So, let's not say this is the end. Come back and check whether I've grown stronger later. If you do so, I won't complain about you stroking my hair. Huh?
Yep.
The superior sir that attacked your village was simply following his orders. He was the main instigator behind it. As soon as you see an opportunity, cut off his head with the sword of returning right away. No matter what happens, you must not hesitate. This makes no sense. The real instigator behind the attack on my village. It would be 100 times better if you were said you were on the same side as Asha, mister. There must be a reason, right? Like you got dragged all the way here when you had nothing to do with this?
I see. I saw that document before too, when I met Mirha. There's no need for you to ask me anything. It's basically all true. Mirha's a very smart girl, you know. It was just wrong about one very important thing. The part about me letting you live because you could be valuable as a warrior. That was wrong, please. If I were to kill you, your power would become mine anyway. If you think about it, obviously it would have been much better for me to just kill you and take your power rather than having to take you with me everywhere. But you happen to be Rao's daughter. Some ignorant, uneducated country bumpkin with the name Kubera, who wasn't even worth sparing. The only reason you were worth sparing was simply because you were Rao's daughter. With his last name, please. I'll kill 100,000 people if it meant that I could have the last laugh. That's my justice. But that isn't your justice. Sacrificing yourself for the greater good. Didn't you say that you didn't care about that kind of thing? Then obviously, you should just stop arguing with me and help me kill that guy. Isn't that so? In the end, you failed. This would happen. I knew this would happen. There was no chance of you going in there and succeeding anyway. So the next best plan after you failed was far more likely to succeed.
Wait, then why did you...
Interesting that we're getting a full flashback here of everything that's happened, you know, of pretty important events that have happened to Lee so far.
To let you know your place. I'm trying to show you that you can't do anything properly even when it's all prepared for you. I want you to realize, even a little bit, just how ridiculous it looked seeing you go on about getting revenge. Why is it my fault that you didn't have any vigor? It's your fault for being so mentally weak that your vigor could drop from just hearing a few words. I was just going to leave, but I better tell you this. About your dad, Rowley's. Everyone says he went missing, right? But he didn't. I know. I was the last person to see him on a transport ship coming here from Cart.
What?
I killed him. Your dad. Your fate would change completely if your dad were alive. In the best possible way. Obviously, you should start without such an excessive advantage. It's no good if you're the only one living such a comfortable life, right? I can't believe you trusted me and followed me around without knowing that. It really was hilarious, Kubera Lees.
Yeah, I think those events are going to stick with her for probably the rest of her, you know, short life. Those moments there. I mean, technically, yes, Asha did kill Rao, but she didn't kill him directly. She just caused the event that would lead to his death, knowing it would cause his death. Which, it's probably best to argue that is her killing him. Part 2, episode 178. The Things That Remain 1.
That day was the last day I saw Asha, and she hasn't shown up since.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she's phased out of existence for at least a little bit.
I saw something flash at a distance as I screamed in Yuta's arms, and that flash came rushing over to where I was at an astounding speed. When I woke up, I was on Arrow Plateau. They say that Yuta is the one that brought me here, so for now, Yuta is safe. The date was long after that day, and at some point while I was unconscious, people had gone back to their daily lives. But there was a problem with that daily life. It may have seemed ordinary to other people, but it looked very strange to me.
Yeah, how everything can go from so dire to so normal in a short period of time. Shows you the, It's very telling of people, isn't it? Special giant parfait, free if you can finish it by yourself.
Mirha, listen to me for a minute. You were clearly at the trial, right? Yeah, that's right. Do you remember what you did at the time? How can I not remember that? I defended your guarantor. Yeah, that's right. You defended Asha. We agree up until here. Excuse me, can I get a separate bowl? Then Asha escaped. Asha killed Saha, and then came to me. This is really serious, Mirha. Asha is not only the culprit who did that to Saha, but she even has ties with the Sura. Plus, wow, Lise, how did you eat this whole thing before? It's amazing, even seeing it a second time.
Yeah, because Asha's... That's what we were told about what happened with Hoti Vishnu. Her existence ceases to be.
It's not that they don't remember. Judging from how everyone is resolving what happened that day, they must remember. But they don't care? About that golden scales that we saw in the sky that day? About the superior Sura that were gathered near Rin Hollow? Even about Asha having killed Saha? They remember. But they're not thinking about it. It's a godly item that you have to... It's a godly item that you have to have triple revival attributes to wear. As far as I know, there's only
It's the only item of that kind. It's what? That's an awkward sentence. There's the only item among that kind of items that you can wear on your head. It's probably. Stop it. Seriously. I'm just worried. You can't hide it forever because you're embarrassed, right? Why didn't you worry about Kasak having gone missing instead of worrying about that kind of thing? Why would I worry about that? Is Kasak not back? Oh.
All people talked about was the transcendental energy that attacked the city, Kasak's disappearance. No matter how much I tried talking about the golden scales or Asha, it was no different than shouting at a wall.
Probably because that and everyone in the surrounding area, at least close by, including Sagara, and I imagine Kubera himself, were sucked up by the erasing effect of Hoti Vishnu.
Loser, Kim! Agni, Priestess Brilith!
Please.
Who?
It's because she died again.
Priestess? Don't you remember me? Before, in a Terra.
Brilith is just a bit sick. Brilith, why don't you go inside and rest a bit?
I'm not sick, though. What about Asha? Do you remember Asha?
Why is Lise able to remember, though? Why is Lise able to remember?
I was with Asha in a Terra. We spent almost a month at the temple. You said that you were an old friend of Asha's, that you'd even taken a magic exam together.
Lise, stop it. Enough of that.
Don't you find it strange, Agni? Right now, everyone is strange. Asha was the talk of the town during the trial just recently. But now, everyone's trying not to think of Asha at all. Whenever I mention Asha, everyone ignores me and changes the subject.
Wait, what? Saha's not dead?
Even Saha. It's absurd to say that Saha just passed away.
Okay, no, right, okay. The framing there was a bit strange, but yes, okay, never mind, he is dead.
It's absurd to say that Saha just passed away in a mysterious attack. I heard it straight from Asha's own mouth. The one who killed Saha is...
Brilith. Calm down, Brilith, it's okay. There's nothing wrong. You're safe here.
What's suddenly gotten into the priestess?
Please, I'm sorry, but I would like you to leave.
What?
I can buy you as many mushroom skewers as you like, but I don't want to hear about that. So, don't bring that up here again. You gotta feel really bad for Lise here. This is... yikes. But why is Lise the only one that's able to remember? Is this your first time in Eloth? I should have shown you around before. I have no idea what the person who was with you have been doing with you aside from constantly shooting off her mouth and nagging you.
Can you talk about it, Ron? Can you talk about Asha?
About who? What'd I say? Anyway, the doors to the Creation Brand wouldn't be open at this hour. So for now, let's head to my brother's place. My brother is super busy lately. What are you here for? I thought you would be busy preparing for the wedding. We're having the wedding in Misty Shore, but it would be better to get the stuff for the wedding in Eloth. And since you're busy recently, I thought I would stop by to help you, too. I feel a bit bad for you, being buried in work like that while your little brother is getting married first. Stop getting on my nerves and just sit down there. The best way for both of you to help me is by doing nothing. So harsh. I'm still a double A, you know. You think I can't even handle one little document? This document really isn't my style. It's not that I can't read it, it's just not my style. Where's the secretary when there's so much work to do? She's taking a vacation for a while. She said she needed some time to cool down. Someone else is acting as the manager of the Magicians Union. And as far as a personal bodyguard, well, there's no one to protect me now. The longer the lifespan of a creature, the slower its love grows cold. According to that, Tilda must be suffering more than anyone now, since
she'll have to spend a lot more time thinking about only one person who was left first.
What do you mean? Are you saying that she liked Saha?
But that's not true. It seems to me she would prefer... I've been by Tilda's side for a lot longer than you have. I know her much better. In the 35 years that she's been with Saha, she's always been impervious to even the most attractive guy.
Are you talking about Saha? I know who killed Saha. It was Asha. Asha told me to my face that she did it. Why aren't you investigating this?
This is actually painful. But this is actually really rough.
I've heard there's a ton of security cameras on the Heavenly Tower. I'm sure there must be evidence if you search a bit.
Unfortunately, Asha had a cloak that made her invisible.
Why aren't you looking for Asha, even if she's escaped from prison?
Anyway, we can't just sit around feeling sad about Saha's death. There's the problem of finding someone to replace Saha's empty seat right now. But just the fact itself that we lost such a fair and overwhelmingly talented leader. There's no denying there'll be a power struggle among the factions of magicians on this planet. Will that really happen with Agni and Chandra around? I feel like I'm voicing Ran and Lutz exactly the same. Yeah, whatever. The gods are the ones with the actual power, even if magicians do fight among themselves.
Everyone completely ignores me when I mention anything about Saha.
Concerning Ashirahiro.
Excuse me, can I look at this?
Lise, you can't just pick up whatever you like. It could be a secret document for my brother. It's okay. Those are just some useless files that are on Saha's desk. You can look at them if you like, but there's not much to see.
This can't be. These are extremely important even at a glance. They not even care about records when it comes to Asha? Anyway, I can't believe this was all on Saha's desk. This long ago.
Saha has been concerning the right arm. Missing for 3 years since N12. The reason that people forget about Ashirahiro's existence at the time.
But it's good for her that she's found that. Because, well... you know, she'll at least get a reason for why. Sorry, just responding to a comment. In fact, a comment on last week's Kubera video. And since I'll just respond what I said there. I will, since there was a comment asking whether I'll be doing a review video for Season 2 of Kubera, I in fact will be. That's my plan anyway, like I did with Season 1. I will put out a video for my thoughts on Kubera Season 2 when we finish it. However much longer that will be.
The Hoti Vishnu penalty that...
no, this is not Saha. I was expecting this to be like a explanation written by Saha, but it's not. It's at least summarizing it. But to be fair, Saha's explanation of it was given earlier, so that's fair. One second, I'm just going to drink some water.
Delicious.
The Hoti Vishnu penalty that I saw in Saha's records. Long ago, Asha once used that penalty to disappear for 3 years. And at the time, just like now, nobody paid attention to Asha. In spite of the fact that she was the most noticed person on the planet for being an A++ rank in her trial for accidental manslaughter. After she disappeared, her very presence itself disappeared completely. It says that even Saha, who performed that investigation, didn't pay attention to Asha for those 3 years. It's not that they couldn't remember Asha, but for some reason, they were just refusing to think about her. It's the same now. Asha is someone who was sentenced to death during the Grand Magician's conference, and yet no one cares that someone like that has vanished.
Guarantor, the person who is with you.
Judging from our conversations, they definitely do remember Asha. But as soon as the focus turns to Asha, that's when they stop thinking about it. Then will Asha be gone for 3 years again this time? I don't know about that. The number of years may not be predetermined. Asha could be gone for longer than that if she wants. As Honeyama revealed, Asha's remaining lifespan is very short. If she's able to choose how long she's gone for,
She would rather stay missing for as long as possible, and then return in a decisive moment, than come back early and waste the rest of her life.
I think she's only got like a year, or at least she's got at most a year left.
Asha's goal has never just been to eliminate the Sura, but killing Saha wouldn't make sense if that was her goal. Why do you try so hard just to boost your power? You could have cooperated with Saha.
Oh my god, really? It didn't load one. So this here where it's just not loading an image is the problem I had with ORV when I recorded that earlier. Well, yesterday. If that keeps happening, I might have to cut this video short, unfortunately.
If I had done that, then it wouldn't have been me who wins in the end. I only have one immediate goal in common with you. My ultimate goal, and the values that I'm willing to forsake in order to achieve it, are all different. You may not care if you die for someone else's sake, but I do. I have a goal that goes beyond mere revenge, and in order to achieve it, only I have to survive until the very end. The fact that she disappeared after saying that means that she will return someday in order to fulfill her goal. She will definitely come back. And when she does, you may be the same, but I will be different.
Part 2, episode 179, The Things That Remain. I assume the things that remain is in reference to, you know, Asha and Lee's. Because the things that remain of Asha are Lee's, and the fragmental memory of everybody else.
I wonder why Lee's is immune to it.
Does it have anything to do with the Sword of Return? Does Yuta remember?
I wonder. The Sword of Returning only returns to its place when its owner dies. Of course, all of its previous owners have died, and it can't be given to anyone else when the current owner is still alive. So it's important to transmit the method of using Transcendental Skill. You have to learn how to use it on your own. Judging from how Yuta is able to hold the sword, he must know how to use the Transcendental Skill. But Yuta is on Asha's side. There's no way he would teach me how to use it, so that I could kill Asha. I thought about why only I escaped from the Hoodie Vishnu penalty. Is it because I hate Asha so strongly? Probably not. Asha has killed so many people. There must be lots of people who hate her even more than I do. It's probably just because of Yuta. Because Yuta excluded me from the influence of that magic. That's the only exception.
I assume Yuta also... Yeah, that implies that Yuta also remembers. Okay, so there's our explanation. Or at least, the current one.
But why? If only I were able to stop caring about Asha like everyone else, it would have been a bit easier to bear. Did Yuta want to make me suffer more? Or... Hey, Yuta. The way you suddenly appeared behind me like that. I thought you were trying to kill me. Do you not like me training? Does it bother you that I want to kill Asha? Then you could have just let me forget about Asha like everyone else. That's all you had to do. I came to take the Sword of Returning.
Jesus.
Seriously? This is hilarious? Leaving me with my resentment for Asha and taking away my power to get revenge? It's not that, it's just... I've had enough of you toying with me. What is wrong with you? Seriously? What's your problem? Fine. Take it. Take all of it. The Sword of Returning. Take the Height of Bondage. And... Don't you need my body, huh? Take my body since you want to eat it so badly. Why? What's the matter? Do you want it now? I'm not even worthy of being your food? Or wait. You're not gonna lie to me and pretend that we're friends again now, are you? I don't believe you. I can't believe you. You really thought of me as a friend. Those smiles were genuine. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. If you thought even a little bit about my feelings, you couldn't have done that, Yuta. Human beings are not okay simply by being alive. So,
hate the sword of returning, and the height of bondage. Just go. Don't come back again. Please. Please don't go. Don't go. Don't leave. Stay by my side and listen to me. Don't ignore me. Don't push me away. All you have to do is listen to me.
Please.
I told you to go, didn't I?
He's chained up his own mouth.
I'm sorry. Please. Please hate me for only being able to do this much. Hate me for not being able to protect you. I'm being hurt completely.
What do you mean? This is the best that you can do. Do you think I'm gonna soften up because of an excuse like that? I won't. I'm gonna keep hating you. I'm going to hate you, Yuta. Bad Yuta. You're so bad, Yuta.
Elise? You can hear me?
Ow. Don't cry. Don't cry. I was wrong. It was all my fault.
Huh?
I still don't know the reason that I started hearing Yuta's voice that day. Later I found out about several cases where humans are able to hear Sura's voices. But I didn't think that I belonged to any of them. Because above all, I couldn't hear the voices of any other Sura. At all, except for Yuta.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Hold on, there's one thing I'm going to go check real quick. Just a moment. It's probably going to be very hard to find what I'm looking for. Because depending on the answer to that... Well, I just found out something that's very, very interesting. We're going to be finishing Kubera Season 2 today. And I think that'll be where the video ends, huh? Yeah, we're going to be finishing Kubera Season 2 today, guys.
Kasak is locked in another dimension.
Yeah, as you know, the things that disappeared along with Asha all lost their presence with the people of the world. On the other hand, Kasak's disappearance and the transcendental skill that attacked the city have become big topics of discussion. So this means at least that Kasak and the Sura who attacked the city didn't disappear with Asha.
Ah. Ooh, look at the... Hurrah! Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
What did you know? Oh my god. So I looked around for the traces of the superior Sura, and even went to see Agni while you were unconscious, trying to investigate as best I could. But at the moment, it doesn't look like even guards are able to properly perceive things that have disappeared. Because whether I brought up Asha or the Anantas, he would talk about something else or change the subject.
In Agni's case, I think he's doing it because of Brilith. Also, Brilith's hair's gotten longer. Yay! I didn't point it out earlier, but Brilith looks so good. She's so pretty. Anyway.
Did Agni get angry, or did the priestess next to him get anxious after hearing what you said?
Please, there's a priestess next to him, but regular humans can't hear me.
Ah, right. I got confused for a minute, since I can hear you. But am I really hearing you with my ears? It feels like your voice is just ringing in my head. Yuta, I figured you would have an adult-sounding voice like Ron since you grew up so much, but you don't.
Male Sura change their tone of voice drastically when they grow to stage 4. Till then, they just sound like boys.
Anyway, so Agni didn't get angry at you, right?
Yeah, he just changed the subject.
Then it must have been because of the priestess at the time. I talked about Asha in front of the priestess before, actually.
At the time, she got anxious, and Agni got angry, telling me not to talk about that. He got angry? I'm not sure why the priestess would be anxious, because trauma. I think, part of me thinks that because of Brilith dying, she remembers as well, but the reason she doesn't remember isn't because of Holy Vishnu, it's because she's repressing the memory. Otherwise, she would not have that reaction when hearing about Asha and Saha's death. Brilith is subconsciously repressing that memory due to trauma. That's got nothing to do with Hoti Vishnu. Otherwise, her reaction doesn't make sense. Because if she didn't remember Asha, she wouldn't have reacted like that. But humans lose energy when they get anxious, so a god who values the priestess' energy may react sensitively. Maybe don't talk about that just meant something like, don't talk about things that upset the priestess? Probably. I was wondering why on earth you would stop me if you knew all about it. There's no way. There's no way. He wouldn't be complacent if he knew about all of this. I mean, but what can he do? What can Agni do? Not a whole lot, and he's kind of got Brilith as his main priority. So I think Agni might remember. He would have talked about it with you when the priestess wasn't with him. You may not know, Lise, but he really thinks about you a lot. This all just happened when Asha disappeared. Yeah, I know. I can't do anything about it. But the thing is, he's got insight. So surely, or can insight not even perceive things that have vanished? But it makes me a bit sad to think that he's going to keep being like this for at least a few years. Part 2, episode 1E, The Things That Remain, 3. Anyway, so they told you about Kasak? Yeah, at least I was able to hear something about Kasak. They're sure that he faced off against a Rakshasa. Stage 5, in space. But they couldn't find him after that. God, Samphati is gorgeous, even in Sura form. But I think that Kasak couldn't defeat that Sura on his own. Still, if Kasak had lost, it would be strange for that Sura to have not done anything since then. The only option to consider is that Kasak used a transcendental skill called the Gate to the New Moon to drag that Sura into another dimension with him. It's been bothering me because I think I caught a glimpse of that place when I came to my senses that day. I don't know exactly what the Gate to the New Moon is, but anyway. So you're saying that Kasak is stuck in another dimension, and we have to go save him, right? I think the reason he can't get out is because he can't use the Transcendental to get out. Yeah, there are two possibilities. Either the creatures in that dimension considered Kasak as an ally, and fought on the same side as him, or they even saw him as food. There's a good chance that he's still alive if they perceive him as an ally, but I'm not sure I can guarantee that. What does he mean he can't guarantee it? Anyway, for now, I'm trying to remain hopeful. Kasak is an important person to the humans, but to me, he's also an important person. He's also someone who knows something very important to me. That's why I need the Sword of Returning, since it's possible to split dimensions using the transcendental skill of the Sword of Returning. So he knew about the sword's transcendental skill. He was just hiding it this whole time. Here, take it. You should have taken it when I gave it to you before. Why did you explain all of this to me? Because you looked so stressed, Lise. About my behavior. That may have just looked like I simply took Asha's side. I have no idea how I should explain this to you. In fact, wondering whether you would be able to understand this even if I did explain it. You didn't tell me because you thought I wouldn't understand? Well, you see, for example, Lise, what do you think about killing innocent people for whom you didn't have any particularly hard feelings for the sake of some goal? If you're talking about Asha, there's no need to ask. It's the absolute worst. Need I say more? That's why it's hard to explain, since there's a fundamental difference in our outlooks. Please, to be honest, Asha may have killed countless humans, but I don't feel like that action is bad in itself. I was angry when I heard that she killed your father. Well, that's because she was your father. It angered me because it made you sad, not because I felt anything about the death of that person named Rao. I'm able to feel emotions like that. I'm not able to feel emotions like that in the first place. There may be differences in the degree to which we feel things, but Sura are almost all like this. We learn not to harm our fellow Sura or our allies, but everyone just controls themselves for the sake of rules to do as they're told to maintain order. Sura City is a place where countless murders take place in a single day, either out of necessity or just for fun. It's very rare for a Sura to be able to give value to lives which have nothing to do with them. And even if they're born with such a heart, they fail to adapt to an environment where Sura devour each other and eventually die out. You probably don't understand at all, right? That's why I didn't tell you. You'll feel more of a sense of distance from me the more you know about this kind of stuff. Above all, you'll be scared instinctively. That's obvious. That's why I thought that maybe we'd better to just hide it. But just know that the one thing, Lise. Just know this one thing, Lise. You're special to me. I never once thought that it was enough simply for you to be alive. I just wanted to protect you, completely. So neither your body nor mind would get hurt. But this fight was too big and complicated for that. That may have only been a fight for revenge to you, but actually, it's a tremendous fight, in which the most powerful beings in the universe are clashing with one another.
So this is so in the background we got Kali here. We got Brilith, Vishnu, and Asha. Is that Brilith or is that Brilith's mother? I'm assuming it's Brilith, or one of the previous summoners of Agni.
There's no way for you to avoid pain unless you step back from this fight. And you may have felt betrayed by me in a lot of ways, but those were choices that I made carefully for your sake, Lise. Although Asha's behavior went far beyond my expectations, so I ended up hurting you so badly. It may sound like an excuse, but Asha's plan wasn't always like this. It looked to me like Asha chose to protect you. Plus, she was the person who knew the future the most accurately among those involved in this fight.
And yet she still chose to make Lee suffer the most by picking the choice, by, taking the choices she did for her own sake.
She knew the future. Does that mean that Asha was good at making predictions because she's so smart? Plus, there was also a god who guaranteed that staying by Asha's side would be safest. That's why I thought that was the best thing for you, Lise. Even though Asha's behavior was a bit strange. Now I'm not sure. In the end, they just hurt you and disappeared irresponsibly. Although you ultimately survived, this somehow feels wrong. During that short time, you lost your liveliness and your smile. There must have been a better way than this. But why? Do you like it when I smile, Yuta?
Yeah, I like it. I really like it. The only reason that I did as they said is, instead of doing what I wanted in the first place, was because I figured that they would be better than a guy like me. But what's this? If you were gonna get hurt anyway, no matter what, I should have just abducted you like I wanted to. Abducted? Wait, I misspoke. I meant take you. I wanted to take you with me. I just thought about it. I'd rather run away from this fight if there was no way to avoid pain within it. But then it seemed like you would never smile at me again, so I gave up on it. Not only would it be extremely dangerous, but you would eventually hate it. You would definitely hate it. Let's go. Let's go together. To that other dimension. You said we have to save Kasak, right?
Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this!
Why? Don't you want to go together? I thought you even wanted to abduct me. Now you've changed your mind? No,
That's not the reason.
Yeah, look, we're only going to be doing, I think, probably one more anyway. Bro, this has been like... In fact, it might end up being 4, actually. Well, I said it's 78, didn't I? 78, 79, 80, 81. Yeah, okay. I think this might end up being 4. But either way, we're going to finish Season 2 today. Even if it ends up being more than 4.
For now, just stay back and listen, Lise. That place is extremely dangerous. Plus, once we cross over into that dimension, it's hard to return because of my mother. Your mother? You see, the one who appeared in the waterway and attacked you. Wait, you mean that monster? I mean that Sarah? I'm sorry. Actually, she did that because she wanted to take me away with her at the time. I know it's a bit late, but I'd like to apologize on behalf of my mother. I see. So that's the kind of mother that you have. Of course, the situation won't be like it was at that time. I can stop that. The problem is that my mother won't let me go. There's no way to beat my mother when it comes to interdimensional travel, so I'll just have to obtain cooperation from her using persuasion alone. But I'm not sure how long that will take. So I'm supposed to just wait for you? Without even knowing when you'll return? This world doesn't want to think about Asha, who's behind the Surah, or the golden scales that appeared in the sky on that day anyway. There's no one to listen to me, or reminisce about what happened that day, or worry about the future. Even Agni, who I thought would be okay. This is really important to me, but no one is interested. But you want me to wait here, in a place where no one listens to me? No matter how dangerous that place may be, it would still be better than here, Yuta. At least there, I have you to listen to me. They won't be sad that I only left a letter, right? But they would probably try to stop me if I tell them. I want to stop you too, Lise. Even if I can overcome all the other problems, there still remains the most important problem of all. It's even more dangerous than the other Surah and my mother. It may be tough, but it would be better to stay here and wait. Even if other people don't really listen to what you have to say, at least that hurts the most, Yuta. Ready? Alright? Let's go.
He read her thoughts. What did he hear?
This is clearly going to be painful for both her and me. I thought about shaking off her hand, going alone. But I just couldn't leave her behind. Since she fears being left behind, even more than death.
The things that remain. End. Next chapter, the return. Thank you for reading part 2 of Kubera this far. Next week will be behind the scenes stories about the characters and the afterword to part 2. Which we will finish up with here. That's right. We will end this video with the final moments of Kubera Season 2. He said that he met Chess before, right? Oh. Who's he talking to? Whoa. Oh, it's fucking... Gadhava.
Yeah, he said that. He was in the Terra pretending to be a half-blood.
Then leaving him aside for now, what happened to all of the others? Samfari, Hura, Klosh, Klof, all 4 of them are missing, and yet I have to stay here instead of going to look for them right now? I can't eat this crap. What kind of meal is this? Why don't you just try getting used to life over here?
Oh, shit.
Why don't you just try getting used to life over here? There are 2/5 Zen gods on this planet. Plus, why did Chandra have to be right next to Agni? The second strongest duo in the Divine Realm.
The first is Agni plus Vayu.
For now, staying hidden and making sure no one sees you is the only way to survive.
You may be able to adjust to this, but I can't. How do you expect me to wear clothes like these and eat vegetables while pretending to be a half-blood?
Hey, your brother still hasn't finished his food. I left it with him because you said he knew how to work. But isn't he just being a bit too lazy? Ah, sorry. My brother isn't used to this kind of thing. Did you hear that? Start doing things properly, man. Don't just bum food off them.
Just wait. As soon as I find a way to get out of this situation, I'm gonna start by destroying this farm that I can't stand. Then, I'm gonna turn that damn chef who's only been giving me stupid vegetables into meat paste.
Didn't I tell you? I've been in charge of helping in the kitchen since yesterday.
Godhava, please forget what I just said. I misspoke now. Godhava, could you answer me?
Part 2. Afterward. For a second I was like, what the fuck is that, Australia? But no, of course it's not. It's Corrigan. Hi there, everyone. Thank you for reading this far. This is the end of Part 2 of Kubera. You could see it as the first half. In Part 3, a bit of time will have passed. There is going to be a major difference in the position of many of the main characters. You can see for yourself at the time how they change. Ah, right. And there have been a lot of people asking whether Parts 1 and 2 will be pay-per-view once Part 3 starts. They won't. Since my comic is one where you won't understand a word of what's going on unless you read the entire thing, there will not be any partial costs to read it. There is a chance that Part 3 will be released under a different title instead of following Part 2. I also planned on offering a preview service, and, what should I say? You must be getting sick of looking at this melted bear, right? Sorry, I just can't move right now. So, I'll take a little rest with a low-quality comic.
Whoa, Yuta, look at this. Some generous people sent me so many clothes. They say they're all for me.
Amazing, Lise. Try them on. I'm sure everything must look good on you.
But look at this. It says I can only wear 2 pieces of clothing. What should I wear? Only 2 items. For now. I'll choose one thing that I want to wear. You can choose the other.
Me?
Yeah, one thing that I want to wear and one thing that you want to see me wear. Let's do that.
Something that I want to see you wear. This? This one? Or that one? She'll definitely slap me if I ask her to wear that. This one, this is my only chance, so I have to think carefully so that I won't regret it.
Alright, I'll choose this one. I've been wanting to wear a priestess-style dress like this for ages.
See Part 1, Episode 1.
Have you decided, Yuta? Should I just choose something if you're having a hard time deciding?
No, one sec. I choose this one. Oh no, I unconsciously chose exactly what I wanted. Well, what should I do? What if she thinks I'm a pervert?
Alright, I'll try it on. Just turn around for a sec, Yuta.
A few minutes later.
It's so hard to put this on.
I can help you if you want.
What?
I didn't say anything.
10 minutes later.
Phew. All done.
Jesus.
Still, it's comfortable to move now that I put it on. Look, Yuta, is this what you're imagining?
Thanks to Evil Eye for the clothing design. I don't know what that in the brackets is supposed to say.
I love whoever made those clothes.
All done?
Now I'll put on the thing I wanted to try on. I wanted to see you in this dress a little longer, though.
Ta-da! Well, Yuta, this is what I chose.
I mean, that's still pretty good. Thanks to Reko for the clothing design.
I love whoever made these clothes, too.
Alright, now that I've put both things on, I'm all done.
Please, can you keep wearing them?
No? Why not? It says here that it's too hard to keep drawing.
Sorry for being this kind of artist, but it took me 8 hours just to draw those 2 panels of Lisa wearing those 2 dresses. Jesus Christ! My hands are so slow. Anyway, I'm going to take a rest now, everyone, to make Part 3 even better. During the break, I'm going to practice drawing high-quality action, catch up on working on the book, prepare for a preview for Part 3, and there are a lot of episodes that were deleted from Part 2 because they slowed the story down, but I plan on working those into an audio drama. There were some people who asked me to summarize the story, but I recommend reading the comic before Part 3 comes out. There's still a while before Part 3 starts, so in the meantime, you could reread it about 10 times. Don't throw a rock at me. And it looks like it's time to go now. Thank you again to everyone who has read this far. I'll see you all again in an even better Part 3 of Kubera. Well, until we meet again, stay healthy. Are we getting a little glimpse at how things are going to have changed? I want to see that last part. Even though it's probably just Season 2 end, I need it. I fucking need it, you know? I fucking need that. There we are. You're telling me it's been 6 years since Season 3 started? Oh my fucking god. Right. Well, what a journey this has been so far, everyone. I hope you have all enjoyed it thus far, and will continue to enjoy it with me next week, which is when we will start with Season 3. I'm looking forward to diving into it all and seeing how you guys find my reactions. Anyway, with that out of the way, I've been Animosity, you have been you, and I hope to catch you all next time for another video. Ta-ta. For now.